You're listening to Morning Rave on 91.7 Rave FM with your lover boy on radio, Romeo Benjul, and Damilola Unusual. Happy listening.
For staying with us on Rave 91.7 FM. Studio time 7:06, and right now we're ready to take on Business Forum. And for quite some time now, we've talked about passion on Business Forum, how to find your passion, and even how to follow your passion. And as usual, we have our in-house business development expert, Bukola Idowu, and he will take us on another trail of Business Forum on the Morning Rave Show. Good morning to you, Bukola.
Good morning.
And welcome to the program.
Thank you. How was your weekend?
Good. How was yours too?
Great.
Okay.
Thank God.
Fine. We talked about something on the morning juggle. We wouldn't dwell much on it, because of our time, but let's just ask you, or let Dami ask you the question.
Why is it always Dami? Why always me? Anyway. We talked about which of these appearances or attitudes you may just allow to pass, or you think is so worse off. We talked about body piercing, talked about tattooing, talked about sagging, talked about dragging the feet on the floor, cleavage revealing.
Which one?
Can you just still allow to pass?
Manage to condone it?
Well, I think it's the dragging of the feet.
Okay.
That is, I think I can still cope with that, the beads.
The beads. Okay.
But the rest, they are a bit irritating to me. That is me. It's not something I really like. For a lady, the moment you, but the moment you go beyond piercing your ear,
the normal,
any of that thing is just I see another thing as excess.
Okay. All right, no problem. That's cool. I think simple and straight.
Yeah, simple and straight.
All right, so let's talk about
business.
Yes, for some time now we've been talking about passion.
Yeah.
Our general topic has been ways to gain speed. In business and career. But we'll be focusing on career for people. You're working in a particular place, you have a career you are pursuing, you are working for your employer, probably you are working for the government, anywhere, but if you know you are a salary earner, and that is what we've been trying to we've been talking about. So we talked about passion. We said passion is the intense desire or a strong feeling for something or for an activity. That is, the first thing you need to do is to make sure you have passion for what you are doing, or you do something around your passion, or you have to, if you have not been working in the area of your passion, you have to see what you can do to create something, get a job around your passion, because we said that is the place where you are fulfilled. That is the place where you are satisfied. When you talk about job satisfaction, that is where you can have it. Because a lot of people wake up in the morning and then they feel reluctant to go to work. Now, not because they are not having good pay, but because they don't enjoy what they are doing. And you see, in such a situation, you are not going to give your best because you are working for money. The most important thing is money needs to work for you. Don't work for money. And one of the ways money can work for you is when you keep doing what you love to do most. And in such an area, people will recognize your creativity, people will recognize your specialization, people will recognize the input you have been putting into what you are doing. So, and that can only be derived when you are working in the area of your passion. So, and we talked about things, what you need to do with your passion for it to bring success. And last week we talked about you have to be aware of it. You see, what you are not aware of, you can't use. So now you need to be aware of it. No, this is my passion, and we've talked extensively about that. How can I recognize my passion and things like that? So be aware of, oh, this is my passion. Then the next thing you need to do is to focus on that. Now, you just need to focus on what you know how to do best. You know, that is where your creativity lies. That is where your specialization lies. That is where your money will come in. That is where your job satisfaction is. Just specialize in that area. Put everything you have. There is this story I read sometimes ago. You remember? Maybe that may we know the story.
Okay.
It's about a particular man who discovered. Who walking in a particular land, and at a point now discover gold.
Yeah. I think we've taken it on,
what did he
on
do?
Today in History. He was just walking with the
not that one.
Okay.
Now, what did he do? He had to go out, go back, sell everything he had. I think the story is in the Bible.
Okay.
Sell everything he had and sell everything to buy that particular land. You know, that is what am I trying to say is that when you discover your passion, what do you need to do? Put in all your resources, put in all your best to be the best in that particular area. That is why most times, and that takes me to my next point, which we discussed the other time. You say you have to reinforce it by practice and learning, which means some of us we still need to go for learning. You know, I keep saying this. For the mere fact you can talk does not mean you are a good public speaker. I can talk, then I can be a good compare or MC. I can talk, I can talk on radio. Now there are still trainings. Trainings you need to go. Some people go for training, pay. You know, for most of these things to become better. And one thing we are missing in this part of the world, if you look at people like Serena Williams, if you look at people like Rafael Nadal, and you find out that these people, they don't play what you call a kind of team game, like in a football that 12 people we have to, 11 people we have to play. They play alone. And as successful as they have a coach. What is the coach still doing with this kind of with these people? He's still training them. They still subject themselves to training. Instruction. Oh, do it this way. That move was not okay. Muhammad Ali had a coach. Mike Tyson had a coach. Most of the Douglas had a coach. You know, Evander Holyfield. You know, most of the great people. You know, they have a coach. So that is the area you need to find. Just find a means of learning, sharpening your skill is very, very important. And then the last one we now talked about last week was we develop or look for roles that draw on your passion or draw out your passion in your everyday activity. Now, what am I trying to say? If where you are working presently, you are not you are working in a place that doesn't have anything to do with your passion, then look for a role, because you can't get better without practicing. You can't get better without doing. You are needing to keep doing. You need to keep doing.
That's where the quote "practice makes perfection" comes.
Thank you very much. That is where it is. So you have to keep doing it. What can you do? Look for a role. Do you have to switch department? Do you have to ask for a pay cut to get the job you want? And one thing is this: don't just be mindful of the pay cuts, because look, if you get a pay cut to do what you love doing, the moment they see that you are good in this, nobody will tell them. Nobody want to lose an asset in an organization. That is one thing you need to know. The moment you are an asset in an organization, everybody wants to keep you. The employer wants to keep you. The CEO wants to keep you. The MD wants to keep you, because you are an asset. And we've seen in football players that want to leave a particular club, and the and the club will reject. Even they bring a lot of money, they say no, we are not selling. Because it's an asset, and there are some people they will just release on free transfer. Okay, if you see anybody that wants to buy, please come. And that is just the difference. So you have to look for a role. Many of at times you have to close early, probably go and volunteer somewhere. Things that will sharpen. I remember when we discussed. I mean, like about 2 Mondays ago, where somebody called and talked about volunteerism. You need to do that. How can you get better? So we talk about passion. Passion is one of the ways to gain speed in your career. So the moment you are passionate about what you are doing, it's just a matter of time. Then things will move on. Then number 2 is what we call you need to create a mental picture of the direction or what you are dreaming about. Now, you see, there is what you call goals. There is what you call dreams. Now, all these things are very important. Now, but a lot of us have goals, we have dreams, but we are yet to create a kind of mental picture. That is, you need to put your goals, picture your goals, put yourself in a position that you see yourself achieving those goals in your mental brain. What am I trying to say? You are reinforcing the picture of your future in your mental brain. You are creating an imagination in you. You keep seeing yourself. Okay, and one day I'm still going to get to this position in my career. Now, do you see yourself doing that? Somebody said, what you see yourself, you become. What you see yourself become is what you eventually become in life. You know? So, and there is no way you can see yourself doing something without thinking about it. That is why another person say, whatever a man thinking is that. So, so what am I trying to say is this: there is a need for you to create a mental picture of your future, and that is what majority of us have done. In some of my seminars, I just ask people, okay, and this question they also ask it. Funny enough, they ask it in the interview. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 15 years? In the next 20 years, where do you see yourself? Surprisingly, a lot of people don't have a mental picture of where they want to be. You know, but okay, fine. You are working in the area of your passion. Good. Now, but what is the outcome? What is the end goal? What do you want to see? What do you want to be? Now, have you seen the picture of where you want to be? And somebody said, look, it is so free. It's so free. You are not paying anything to just create an imagination in your heart. And that is what now. And look, psychology will tell you that look, when a picture stays longer in your brain, in your heart, there is tendency for you to begin to replicate such a thing. Now, and it's very, very important. Now, you look at most times. Let me say this: if somebody just tells you, tell you now, Danny, I am going to give you a purple car. You understand? It looks strange. Purple car. Okay. That is that. Then you can just imagine in your brain, purple car, you look at that color.
Yeah, how does it look like?
How does it look like? You understand? How does it look like? But do you know what funny thing is this? You may not have seen purple car before. Now, you know what happens? The moment you step outside and you are going, the next thing you begin to see is your brain. There is a part of your brain that just begin to make you begin to see purple cars all around. That is when you know, so this thing is so common. You don't know.
You were not aware of it.
You are not aware of it. But until something activates that in your brain, you saw that picture, and then in fact you just begin to, and then one thing that just keep coming to you is that you just begin to see that purple car or the type of car somebody promised you. In fact, we've seen people that bought a car, and at the end of the day, the moment you buy the car, they bring it to the town they want to drive in, and they not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people also have the same
exactly.
car.
And you keep wondering, I wanted to buy something that is not common.
It's not common. But what happened? You are not aware then. But the moment there is a picture in your brain, you now begin to see things, and that is how success is. Or at the same time, create the picture. There is an aspect of your brain, they call it RA, reticular activating system, that begin to make you to be aware, wake you up to those opportunities, wake you up to those ideas. You just, for instance, let me say this: if you are looking for a house, I need a house. the next thing that happens is that the moment you set in your heart that you need a house, you can't walk 2 poles, 2 miles. Everything you begin to see are vacancies. Those vacancies have been there before. Your brain are not going
conscious.
You are not conscious about it. So, but the next thing that you begin to see is, oh, there is a house here, there is a house there, there is a house there. In fact, people that you will just be seeing people that, oh, there is a house there, there is a house there, and that is how it is. We need to picture our future, and when you picture it, you picture where you want to be. The moment you do that, you find that opportunities keep coming. Now that is that is that. Number 3 you need to do is you write down those goals. Goals that are not written down are not goals. They are just wishful thinking. No, give yourself a time deadline. Now, details plan on how to achieve those goals and the order of priority. Now, one thing is this: I can say, oh, I want to be this, I want to be this. It's just a statement. It's just a wishful thinking. But until you commit that to pen and paper, and there is something I used to do, I paste it where I can see it and read it every day. And that is why somebody said, write the vision down. Write the vision down. Make it plain. See, you have to just do that. What do you want to become? Open a diary. Open a diary. Write it down. Write it down in a way that you keep seeing this thing every day, so that it can stick. The moment you read it, the moment the mental picture comes on. And another thing is about goal is this. You see, goal is not a goal when it doesn't have a timeline. Like you have to have a deadline. Time frame. So that's what makes a goal a goal. And it has to be specific. For instance, you ask people, what is your goal? To be successful in life. It's not a goal. That is a wishful thinking. That is not a goal. When you are talking about a goal, we are talking about something that is specific and something that has a deadline or a time frame. For instance, oh, if I say, oh, Daddy, what is your goal in this week? By the time you keep telling me that by the year 2017 time frame, I want to have 40 million in my account. That is specific goal. You are specific about what you want. You are specific about when you want it. So that is what makes a goal a goal.
Please make that change that million to billion, please.
Okay, billion, 40. Yes, and that is why when you are running a race, you don't say, okay, oh, you are just going to run an endless race like that. There is a finishing line. The finishing line is the goal. So what is the goal you have? Have you written it down? And those are the things. For instance, okay, in the next 2 years in my career, I want to be certified. Probably a chartered accountant, a chartered economist, in whatever business you have. Do you have that goal? Have you written it down? So that is very, very important that you need to do. And lastly, today, the next thing you need to do is to learn how to take responsibility for yourself. Don't give somebody else the driving seat of your life. Take responsibility. Just be behind the steering wheel. You understand? Now, trust people, good, but do not depend on them. That is just the truth. Now, decide to take action without waiting or blaming a third party. Now, stop blaming people. Stop giving responsibility to people that, look, they are the reason why I am where I am today. Or if not because of this, I wouldn't be working in this place. Take responsibility, because if you can't take responsibility for yourself, I tell you, you are not likely to move far. So you take responsibility. You are responsible for your academics. Your parent pays the bill. You are responsible for your life, and that is one thing you need to do. So that job you are in, you are also responsible for it. So you are responsible. For instance, now, if you don't work in your passion, in the area of your passion, you are responsible for that. If you don't work in that, if you don't write down your goal, create the mental picture, you are responsible for that. So you need to take responsibility for your life. It's very, very important. So we talk about the rest next time, where we talk about some other things you can do in the area of career.
Okay. Now, in the area of career, I just want to ask this question. It comes up every time. It comes up every time we talk about passion. Now, considering the economic realities that we are facing right now, many people don't find themselves working in their area of passion or working where their passion lies. What is your advice for them, to keep the life going, at least they need to try as much as possible to be happy with what they're doing. What do you think they can do since they are not finding other opportunities to work in their area of passion, where their passion lies?
Yes, I already mentioned some of them. Number one is this: if you are working, you may not need to resign because you need that money.
Yeah.
But the truth is, can you also create time? Probably if you are the type that work overtime, can you also create time and then go and volunteer somewhere in the area of your passion, just to make sure you are in that line? And whether you like it or not, as time goes on, there will be opportunity where you are volunteering. There will be opportunity. Somebody somewhere will network you. Somebody somewhere will refer you. And then at that point, you can resign from where you are and go to
where your passion lies. I think that's
that is for people who are working. But if you are probably just finished service, you are looking for a job, why not even from the onset look
for where your passion lies? Okay. I think that answers it, because this question has been coming up over time, and they say, well, because of what is happening in the economy, you do what you see, you don't do what you want.
People, of course, that is a tenable, good excuse, but at the same time, it's not enough for us to abandon our passion. It's not really enough. You can never have a conducive atmosphere.
Okay.
You have to create it.
Work for it, really, really. You know, you were telling us last week. See, now I'm on point when I said I'll create one.
Okay.
Oh, clap for me.
Well. And many thanks to Bukola Idowu for coming up on the program. Today that's Business Forum. I really learned a lot on this part of the Morning Grade Show, and I believe you do learn also. Our phone lines have been buzzing, but we couldn't just pick any call at all. We advise that in case you have anything to talk about, join us on social media platforms. For Business Forum, that's most advisable. Join us on social media platforms. For Twitter, at Rave917FM, 1, at Damilola Unusual, 2, at Radio Loverboy, that's the third one, and directly to our business development expert, it is at Bukola Idowu. Join us there and, ask your questions. Those you ask us individually or you ask Rave, we will definitely direct them to the professional, and he will treat them, as they come in. Many thanks to everybody for joining us on Business Forum this week. Next week will be another time for us to be together on the program. Right now, we'll pay some bills in preparation for Beyond the Headlines at 7:30. Thank you so much once again. Good morning.